Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for August 4th, 2021, Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Remind everybody we have a TFCC call tonight. It is going to be extraordinary. And we have a reverse aging health call with one of our inventor guests that will be sharing a new grouping of material. And that's at 9 on this Friday. I think that some of us understand that the present moment is all we have. And when we really realize this deep within, we don't waste time reliving our past or worrying about what may happen tomorrow. Simply relax into the beauty of this divine moment of your life and know that only this moment is real. And be sure to enjoy whatever illusions pop up. Whatever illusions pop up along the way. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us most. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and famous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. We all are. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us. It is in all of us. And when we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Currently on this planet, we have a misunderstanding about abundance, financials, all of it. There's a lot of different avenues of abundance. The journey to financial freedom starts the minute we decide we were destined for prosperity, not scarcity. We were destined for prosperity, not scarcity. For abundance, not lack. Mark Victor Hansen. And abundance is it's an inherent key part of the major puzzle on this planet for this civilization. It's the inherent nature of the universe. We've been taught on this planet to believe otherwise. We live in a truly abundant universe where there is a plethora of things, ideas, love, money, friends, and opportunities all around us. Even though we may not feel it all the time, this abundant universe is always available to us right now. We need not search for abundance outside of ourselves, which so many do. It is always sending us loads of good energy, new ideas, and people to help us tap into feeling this natural abundant state. To experience this abundance, simply let go of trying to achieve it. Trust it. Trust that it is here now. And gently practice receiving it. Gently practice receiving it. The word abundance comes from the Latin root meaning to move in waves, undulate, and flow. The word abundance comes from the Latin root meaning to move in waves, undulate, and flow. This means that to tap into abundance is to let yourself move, undulate, and flow with this life. Become like the natural waves in the ocean and surrender to this water-like flow of energy inside each and every one of us. Our real lives are like a dancing river of energy that will continue on well after our bodies are gone. To tap into this sweet fluidity inside of us, find your breath and align yourself with its movement. Find your breath and align yourself with its movement. It will lead you directly into the abundant flow that is here now. If you truly want to become a massive channel of abundance, then only pay attention to what you are grateful and thankful for always, perpetually. The more gratitude you have, the more abundance you'll attract. Demanding energy only creates more poverty, consciousness, and lack of things to be grateful for. Demanding energy only creates more poverty, consciousness, and lack of things to be grateful for. What we believe to be true moves through the lens of our mind as living energy and becomes the reality of our lives. If we believe ourselves to be limited, we get to be right about that. But it is not our ultimate truth. Merriman and Morrissey. Drop your shields and embrace your abundant nature. The secret of feeling our abundant nature right now is to remove the walls blocking us from it. These walls are shields protecting our hearts from getting hurt, conned, deceived, or abandoned again. Remove any shielding around your heart and imagine tossing it into a great bonfire. Let your armor melt away. If the shielding feels like it is still there or coming back, simply invite the fire inside of you to consume your heart and any walls it has. Breathe deeply and physically open your arms wide, inviting this fiery purification to remove all defenses from your life. When you feel that all shields are removed with several deep breaths, imagine pulling everything in the entire universe into your heart. All creation is pouring into your heart. The stars, the planets, Earth, and all beings. Feel how truly abundant this life really is. Proclaim you are an abundant being. One of the best ways to remain in the flow of abundance is to practice knowing that you are an abundant, infinite being that will never, ever, ever, ever die. Since abundance is a flow of highly charged, positive, infinite energy, the more you open up, feel this energy, share it with others, the more you will naturally feel this abundance inside yourself. In the past, you may have partially closed the door to feeling this abundance due to past conditioning or scarcity thinking. To truly break this old programming, just for 5 minutes a day, do this exercise. Imagine opening your attention to all that surrounds you. Tune into the abundance of things, nature, people on this planet who are creating everything for you. They are giving you food, water, and all the pleasures that come with living in society. Feel this abundance of support around you now, letting it touch your very core. Let in the abundance of joy, pleasure, opportunities, and laughter into your hearts. You are already deeply eternal loved and will always be deeply eternal loved by the abundance of the universe. Consciously open the door now and proclaim the truth to the universe by stating, I am a truly abundant being. Shout this message out over and over internally and externally until you feel that it has penetrated deeply into your soul. Become a channel of love for others. You can instantly become a channel for the highest vibration in the universe, love. That's the highest vibration in the universe, love, by far. By gifting your time spontaneously to someone who needs it, here are a few ideas to get you going. Give a hug to someone lacking love. Share new inspirational ideas with others. Email someone this inspiration, this inspiring information. Give presents to people just for fun and share something beautiful you have created like music or poetry. You'll spontaneously feel better when you reconnect with this joy of giving freely. Just imagine what your world will be and feel like when everybody feels that there is an abundance of love, money, energy, and joy to share freely. Be the first to start the trend. All greed, all fear, and all lack will be eliminated when we all share freely from this truly abundant state. It will be impossible to feel poor at the end of the day, having given your love and light away. Do a random act of kindness every day. We invite you, each and every one of you, to do something sweet, kind, or super nice for someone, anyone, every day of the week. This one thing will cause you to step into being that bright, guiding light of abundant being that you are. Perhaps it is sending someone a $5 bill, helping an elderly lady cross the street, paying someone else's toll, or mowing your neighbor's lawn. Practice giving something to everyone that you meet. Maybe it's a smile, a compliment, or a flower. If perhaps you feel shy and cannot do it for them, then do it for yourself. This is an opportunity to stop playing the small, selfish game and start feeling more loving, abundant, and free. There are endless ways to share this kindness inside each and every one of us, and each one will reveal this feeling of abundance inside. We will soon see how easy it is to become a channel for abundance in our lives. Gratitude is the golden key to swimming in the grand, abundant river of life. When we start becoming a gratitude-aholic, we become a channel of abundant flowing feelings for ourselves and everyone around us. Take 3 minutes each morning, the moment you wake up, and focus on the feelings of gratitude. What amazing things are you thankful for? Let a wellspring of thankfulness, relief, and joy to follow all over your body, inside you. Practice mastering gratitude this week by implementing the 4 exercises in any way you can, what I've just shared with you. Practice, which will help you tap into your natural ability to channel abundance into your lives and into the lives of others. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I am sure that we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is to relax these bodies that we are in, head to toe, inside and out. If you've garnered fear, anxiety, stress, worry, let them go. Ask yourself deeply, do these serve me the greater good? Your answer is going to be no. Why carry them? Because when we do this, we gravitate, we generate more of that same low vibrational frequency. It's an inevitability. When we are low vibrationally, we will attract low vibrationally. More turmoil, more fear, more worry, more stress, more anxiety, maybe more anger. So it's perpetual. And I think the majority of us know this. It's just that we don't practice it. And this shift that we're all experiencing, and it's quite hairy and loony right now, is the reason it's happening is because of the fact that this civilization is making an evolutionary jump in awareness. Now, it may not be pleasant for many, but it must be so. Who decided this? All of us. All of us, the collective consciousness, the pure consciousness, the God. And remember, I've said this very many times, that's all about you. Surrendering, forgiving, loving, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness. You, each of us. In this way, we relax the bodies. Our vibrational frequencies as a collective are increasing every split second, which is revealing all of the lower dark matter, survival matter frequency in the light of the love that we are made of. The practicing, why should I practice relaxing my body? What difference does it make? A huge difference. When you relax the body and you focus on the now, and you are in the God with that body, you are of the God in that body, around that body, above it and below it. It's the stillness that we create for ourselves that focus us on the one, the God that we are. The abundance, the happiness, the bliss, the joy. The more we generate this frequency, the more it affects all of us. You, each of us, cannot affect. It's not possible for us to not be able to affect millions, each of us, knowing who and what we are. The understanding is that eventually all of us will be awake on this planet. All of us. So you decide to relax your body. It isn't that difficult. And when the body relaxes and it becomes light as a feather, almost floating, you can feel it. Not a care in the world. In a high vibrational frequency of deep, pure, eternal love. You're in the now. You're in the now and you focus on the divine positive energy of the breath. The breath is our power while in these bodies. It's our strength. It's our perseverance. It's our commitment on this journey for the transformation of this planet and civilization into a higher frequency. Soul comes into the body, energizes the body, and all the functions of the body begin to operate. Hence, the breath is created through the lungs and oxygenation of the body. This power comes from the God that we all are. Without us, these bodies would cease to exist. They are just vessels. So moving into the now, body's completely relaxed. We still the mind, the ego, both illusions. We still the subconscious mind. and we step outside of them. We're no longer weighted down with all of the scurry-hurry of the external world, all of the shenanigans happening right now. And none of us can afford to dip into the lower vibrational frequency. We all know what they are. We all of us, nobody's exempt, fall into them from time to time. We learn to master these illusions. Then they become our servants rather than our masters, as they have played us for eons. Being in the now, the breath is the now. Have you ever heard of the past breath or the future breath? No. The breath is the now. You focus on your breath, you're in the now. Every single time without fail. Now, some of us, though, this has a lot to do with our wandering. You know, we have memories. We keep those memories stored in our subconscious minds. And every now and then we pull out a volume and we review it and enjoy it and savor it. These memories are fun to peruse and revisit at times. Even the ones that aren't too great. So we are reminded to not repeat the same things that we did then. But we don't live them. We don't carry them eternally. Some of us, though, do that. We become seduced into the past. The past is like it's like a graveyard. It's like an elephant graveyard. It's dank. It doesn't have any air movement. There is no life at all. Some of us will stay there so long because we feel that that's a better place to be. That's why we live there. We have this great fear of moving forward and being in the now. So we latch on to the past. We take that past, we bring it into a future that doesn't exist, and we create that future from that past. And then we relive that past and that future. That's why many people will say to themselves, no matter what we do, we always end up here. Some of us will go into a future that doesn't exist since we create our futures in the now. And we wander. And we ask ourselves, we get frustrated, we get hurried, we get expectant and attachment. Why isn't this happening? Why don't I have this now? Why isn't this here now? What's going on? I should have this now. Anger is brought in. Frustration, hurriedness, greed comes into play. All those lower dark matter frequencies. And what do? They bring us down. We attract more. Irritability. Not relaxed, not at ease. And this happens to us. The now is all we have ever had, all we will ever have, now, ever, and forever. It is the breath. And sometimes we all have a tendency to wander off because we've got tens of millions of program thoughts floating in front of us 24/7, endlessly. They're like clouds in the sky passing by. So we could be focused on something and then we just kind of wander off. It ain't a big deal. We all do it. None of us are exempt. But it's to be consciously aware of that. You see, and to, by all means, to genuinely be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself, loving, surrendering, forgiving. When that happens, we just say, okay, so I've wandered off in thoughts that aren't mine, number one, because they're not. So I'll focus on my breath. The breath is the now. It stills everything. It ends all the noise that we all have. That incessant chatter doesn't go away. We all have it. But when we move into the now, consciously, it's gone. And the ego and the mind can't play us. And we're able to program them so we can play them. Now, consciously aware, to a certain extent, we know that the heart, mind, is where we choose to stay and vibrate with. We also know that the soul enters these bodies. And the soul is heaven, and the body is earth. So we literally are heaven on earth. No matter what the viewpoint you may have of your physical existence, you, all of us, are heaven on this earth. Period. We also know that when every step we take, we create paradise. And we shine our light. Our God force love light energy housed within each and every one of us in these bodies. We shine it outward 360 degrees endlessly. This affects everyone on this planet. It affects all life, the highest supreme value in the universe. It's everywhere. And we do it all the time. And it's really grand and glorious when we finally discover that we're consciously aware that we're doing it. Not for any gain, not for any power. That's all ego, mind. But it's because of what we are. It's what we naturally do. When you understand the deepness of the love that we all are, that's what we do. We spread the high vibrational frequency, the highest in the universes, of love. This journey is about us discovering that we are the love. We're love. What do you think the God is? Love. The pure consciousness, love. And the more aware that we all become of it, the faster this civilization will progress, the more paradise will flood in, the more abundance that has always been there. Now, we all have, parts of us are asleep, bottom line. You know, we're parts of us are asleep. It doesn't mean they're not with us. They're always with us, but they're asleep. Then we have parts of ourselves that are awake. And these are the parts of ourselves that we reach out to. Understand that you, all of us, in these bodies, flow constantly. We are pure energy. We flow through these bodies. In these meditations, we talk every single meditation about the energy vortexes, the chakras. They influence our emotions, our physical well-being, everything about these bodies. And you, the God in that body, flows through these. You touch every part of that body. You are the energy that is that body. Whatever you want to call it, the chi, the key. And when we understand these things, it is not you, the God, that fears. It is not you, the God that is poor, that is in low vibrational frequency. It is the body, the ego mind, the illusions. It is not you, the God. That's why our journey is rediscovering the gods that we are within these bodies. Most of us find ourselves preoccupied in the external world, the physical world, the material world. So, unfortunately, it takes thousands of lifetimes to finally figure out that it isn't about that out there. It is all about you, the God, within that body. That's why I always say, it's always about you. Only you, each of us. It is only about you. It must be. This is a choice we take in this life. To be entertained by the physical world endlessly until we leave the body, or to take the journey within and to discover the gods that we are, the love that we are, the peace, the joy that we are. Now, we reach out to all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever, including all the ones on this planet, on it, in it, above it, and below it. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. Now, they come in the Gugaplexes. One Gugaplex fills this entire universe with not even 1 square inch of sacred space to spare. They come in trillions of Gugaplexes from trillions of universes. The ones on this planet, because of the eyes that we have with these bodies, we only see 1% of what is. But the ones that we're somewhat familiar with on this planet, fairies and sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, Pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, many, many, many more. And they are all with us consciously now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and complete liberation of this planet. And in the billions, they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every day. The ones that we're somewhat familiar with, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Andromedans, the Arcturians, the Feline, the Zeta Reticuli, the Nords, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Abion, and many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And in the trillions, they are with us now consciously. Call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming of this circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet. And in the billions, they are with us now, consciously. All the archangels, all the cherubim, seraphim, and archetypes, all the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Christ, Moria, Abundantia, Hell, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua, many, many, many more. Both of them, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and complete liberation of this planet. Now, the archangels are a civilization that vibrate at a different frequency than we do. We don't see them like we see each other. We meet with them, we interact with them. And at times we know we have. And that is bliss. They have one message, but it is portrayed, delivered in a plethora of ways, that it is absolutely magna glorious to be alive in these bodies. And that is bliss. Now, they can surround any one of us at any one time in the tens of thousands because of their vibrational frequency. They can house a large number in a small area. The Ascended Masters have mastered ascension into physical form, out of physical form, hold pure consciousness, pure God form. We have ascended into physical form to master physical form, to create our experiences in physical form, to perfect our creations. And they are all with us now consciously in unlimited numbers. We're all gathered arm in arm, hand in hand, in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we are all one. And we are all God. And we are all love. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a circle of light around the planet, the equator of this planet. This light emanates from the God force, love, light, energy in all of us. And this light is so brilliant that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It would take 1 billion trillion suns to even come close to its radiance. This is pure, deep, eternal love. And we are flooding this planet, head to toe, inside now, with it, with the love that we all are. And this is not just once. It's continual, perpetual, eternal. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe, on it, in it, above it, and below it, nonstop. And it's becoming more and more prevalent. And it's allowing more and more to become more and more aware of who and what they are. And they're realizing that they aren't the body. And they're realizing that they are immortal gods within those bodies. They're realizing that they never end. And as this happens, the fear is vaporized. The stress and the anxiety vacates. The ego and the mind are now the servants, which means eventually they will be gone as well. We begin to ascend above this planet. As we do, we're immediately met with this massive ocean of glitter. It's everywhere. It's reflecting constantly. It's like a ballroom sphere of mirrors. Probably seen those. But 1 trillion times more intense. Flashing light everywhere. Multicolored. Amongst all of us gathered, over 1 billion of us consciously, on and off world, all consciously aware to a certain extent that we are all love. We see where the reflective points are, so we hone in on them. Perfectly etched little microscopic mirrors, we enter them, and we discover that all of us are teaching and learning from each other. All of us constantly teaching and learning. We're either teaching and learning and teaching, or both. With ourselves and everyone else. No matter who comes into your life, or you come into theirs, they are either teaching or learning from you, or you from them. It's absolutely phenomenal. I can see why the one God arranged it that way, the collective consciousness. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is the column of light that we created to remind us all that we are the power of healing. We are then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is the column of light that we created that reminds us all that we are omnipotently powerful, strong, and resolving. We are then met with the white fire. This is the column of light that we created that reminds us all that from head to toe, inside and out, we are imbued with a white fire armor far beyond the understanding of body armor. And this armor emanates from the God Force Love Light energy within each and every single one of us. It protects us 24/7 through infinity, eternally. No lower dark matter, survival matter, frequency can affect us. They'll vaporize. They know it. No attachments, no demon possessions, no hoodoo, no voodoo, nothing. But only you have the power. Only you. That if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency through hatred, anger, fear, anxiety, hurriedness, envy, greed, stress, you will lower your vibrational frequency low enough, whether consciously or unconsciously, to create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so that it allows all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with 2 columns of light. They're connected. We created them that way. The first one is the purple transmuting flame. We created this column of light to remind us that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them to pure consciousness where they are literally vaporized and no more, ever again. We are then met with the violet ray. This is a column of light that we created that reminds us that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame, cleanse, purify, harmonize the area where they were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our vibrational harmony to the highest of the highest highest, purest of the purest purest, deepest of the deepest deepest eternal love. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column of light that we created that reminds us all that we are the sun. We are the sunlight. We are the sunsets and the sunrises. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, the rainbows, the rain, the mountains, the soils, trees, the forest, everything. We are everything. Everything is us. So the next time you do see a sunset or a sunrise or an ocean front or a mountain view or a starry lit night sky, it is you. It is all of us. The beauty, the majesty, the divineness, the divine perfection. It is you. We continue to ascend above the planet. We're immediately met with this massive crystalline light tower. We all created it. It's larger than this solar system. That's massive. In the center, we see right up in front, there's this massive oblong sphere. In the center is a golden white ball of light. It is surrounded by numerous rings of multicolored light. The golden white ball of light, they're all sending this shimmering mist that penetrates the soul endlessly. And the golden white ball of light is the highest of the deepest, purest eternal love. And then comes the highest of the deepest of the purest eternal gratitude, well-being, great abundance, great wealth, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, happiness, tranquility, benevolence, massive great abundance, massive great wealth, endless. And it's all a reflection of the gods that each and every one of us are. At the top, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, as it's doing right now, flooding us all with the highest of the vibrational frequencies in all the universes. Love. We are all drops of this golden ocean. We all hold the essence of this golden ocean. And the only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere. It's set center circle. We created this sphere over 3.5 years ago. It holds over 1,500 of our meditations in perpetual motion. 1,500. Over 3.5 years. Hundreds of millions of us, intentionally, consciously aware to a certain extent, lifting the vibrational frequencies of this planet in all life that exists on it, in it, above it, and below it. Touching the gods within inside of everything. That's why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify. This is why it continues to expand. Gratitude for all of us is the golden key to swimming in the grand, abundant river of life. I join you in meditation. Return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out the mouth. Move easily and slowly. Be the love, the God that you are within those bodies. Begin to show the rest of this planet that you are love. Through the heart mind. And we will light up all the gods and all the bodies that are asleep at this time. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and the following morning. We'll return here tonight at 9 p.m. for the TFCC, and tomorrow at 3 p.m., August 5th, for the Global Guided Meditation Call.